Basket can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force it off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Trish on the bottom.
Bouchard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging. And to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Apromitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
For round number 2 at Homestead, Miami, Florida. Always sunny in Florida here tonight. In the booth with me here tonight. Getting ready to roll through all your lovely racing. It's going to be one Mr. Marcus Babb. Marcus, sir, have you got a copy on me, good sir?
Yep, I got you. I'm all excited.
Are you
We're ready, man.
Are you all jacked up like Mountain Dew?
I don't like Mountain Dew. I like to be more, well, I can't say it on the broadcast, but I like to be peed off like Pepsi. We'll just put it like that, so.
Well, that works. I mean, that's positive. Alrighty, man. Well, we know one thing. We know one thing about this, buddy. This is going to be an absolute great race here tonight. Homestead always puts on a show, and I think we're here tonight in these Xfinity cars. Going to be multiple lanes of racing here tonight for the guys at Gray Fox here for the next 90 laps on the night of the Daytona 24. I know a lot of guys have a lot of different irons in the fire, if you will, here tonight, Marcus. And again, that's going to mix it up here this evening. And again, a big shout out to our presenting sponsor, Beef Jerky Unlimited. Over 60 flavors of beef jerky, beef chips. Me, myself, tonight, I'm eating the mesquite barbecue. Really, really good. Head on over to beefjerkyunlimited.com to get your bag today and to let them know that ESTV sent you. And I got to get Mr. Marcus over here a bag. I got to get him a bag out to him. He's on the road right now, so he can use a bag.
Yeah, we're always looking for more healthy snacks rather than the burger and the fry joints. This seems to be the way everything's gone here over the past 2 decades now in the trucking industry. But I'd appreciate it if you could get me a bag of that jerky, man. I'm excited to try it. I'm a big jerky fan myself, so looking forward to that one.
Here we go, man. With 2 minutes of qualifying left. Right now, Tom Marshall on top of the board in that Toyota Camry. Toyota, here we go with me not saying Toyota right again. But that Toyota Camry right now in that 91 rolling through, that's Tom Marshall. Good to see Tom out there on top. Vincent Short second on the charts in the 55 or 015. Then it's Paul Dillon and there as well as Don or Mr. Krogstad, that's Dan. Mr. Ken Worley right there, and then the Bandit. Of course, the Bandit man right there going to be from Minneapolis, Illinois, as well as Tom. So what are your thoughts here going into the night here, Mr. Marcus, sir? What would be your kind of points of contention to keep that car on track and rolling here at Homestead?
Well, you had alluded to it. We're going to see multiple lines of racing here. It's a wide track, and there's only 18 to 20 degrees of banking through both ends of the track. It turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it's not a whole lot, but it's going to be interesting. I think tires, because of that banking and the high speeds that they're going to be pulling down the straight stretch, is going to come into play. And it's going to be who can save. We talk about it all the time. It's going to be who can save tires. And I don't have a lap count right now, but tires is definitely going to be a thing. Fuel might come into play depending on lap count, but
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
we got 90 of those bad boys tonight. So that's
Oh yeah.
90
Oh
trips
yeah.
around.
Yeah, so fuel's gonna be a thing. Fuel's definitely gonna be a thing.
It's going to be a thing like a chicken wing. But as you can see, the 19 going to roll the pit road. That's that beautiful jerky, unlimited beef jerky, unlimited red and green. 19 for the Bandit. The Bandit does exactly what the Bandit does. Right now, 6 on the chart. Good run here, good qualifying run anyway. We'll see if he can keep the car clean, mean, and green over the next 90 laps here in round number 2. This season, of course, just kicking off for Gray Fox 1 week ago. Now rolling into round 2. And what's unique about this, Marcus, 89% of their schedule is going to be kind of your standard 1.5 mile racetrack.
Well, that'll certainly let them get acquainted with running the 1.5 mile intermediate tracks. Across all of the 1.5 mile tracks on the NASCAR circuit, there's different degrees of banking. I don't have the numbers right now to say, well, it's this here and that there. But it's they have a lot of different variants of the 1.5 mile track. So either way, when it clicks and they get it and they know how to save tires on an intermediate track, they can kind of use that all across the board. So as their season progresses, we're going to see guys that become more and more familiar and more smooth based on how they make it all work. As we can see now, your information for tonight's race. Look at it, 24 degrees Celsius. It's going to be right about, I think, 50 degrees.
Dew point's
What is
rather
that?
high.
Partly cloudy.
Yeah, partly cloudy, but look at that dew point, 93%.
So it's going to be humid. That's going to make the track pretty slick. If I can hang on here a second, let me get over here to my handy dandy helper.
Notebook.
Let me get over here to my handy dandy helper a minute.
As I take a look through this, man, it's going to be a heck of a night for these guys. They got 5 minutes of warm up. I think you take every minute of these 5 minutes here.
Yeah, definitely want to put as much time on the track as you can. I'm trying to get a heat index number based on that.
Hang on, we'll try it again.
There to find out. Yeah.
Let's see if that helps it. Let's see. I did something over here. Let's see. Nope, it didn't help it. We're still in Celsius. We're not cool enough to be in Fahrenheit right now. I did a thing. Marcus knows what I did. But it didn't help it. Unfortunately, take a look at the tower. 10-4.
Oh.
Well, this is going to be an interesting night here. So, Mr. Marcus, sir, warm up. Question for you. Do you think warm up time or race time or qualifying time is more important here?
I have seen a lot of people make some decent moves at this track. But seeing as how there's 93% humidity and an ambient temperature of 73 degrees, that's going to make it hot and it's going to make it sticky, which is not going to be good for the track surface.
Yes, sir, I believe so. Odd numbers here. So, turn that off real quick where we get an accurate car number. I had that on for the Daytona 24. I turned it back off for here, and then, you know, I got to turn it back on for the Daytona 24 here when I get in the car. When I leave Homestead here, I got to hop on my private jet and go back to Daytona and finish out tonight, which is going to be interesting. See, I'm a busy man, Marcus.
I do see that. A lot of guys are running that Daytona 24 race over there, and kudos to them for doing so, and good luck to the guys that I know. I know PBR's over there running with Casey Ellis and a couple other guys, and I know Kai Schapper has a team in there with K&S Sims. So a lot of familiar faces are over there running there, and hope they're doing well and hoping they're doing good. But a short little flight you're gonna take back over to Daytona. You said your private jet.
Yeah, my private jet. I'm gonna leave home in my private jet.
I don't know if is a jet worth it.
It might be. but you know what we do need to go run 24 hours? You know what we do need?
What's that?
To head over to BeefJerkyUnlimited.com and get plenty of beef jerky to get you through 24 hours.
To get through the 24 hours. What a plug. What a plug. That needs to be a sound bite right there. What a plug.
And there we go. Well, it's Walker on top of the board here in warm-up tonight. Walker walking his way away like Walker Texas Ranger at the moment. Out front in warm-up with a 31.14. But that means time is up and is concluded here for warm-up, which means, Marcus, we are ready to get our starting lineup tonight for round 2 at the lovely Homestead Motor Speedway. Matt had to hit Matt.exe for a moment there. And we'll take a look at the starting grid as soon as it flips over, and we'll take a look where everybody's deciding to start their car here tonight. And we can do our picks from there as well once we get the grid up. So here is that starting lineup tonight. Tom Marshall on the front row here tonight. Going to be a good ride for him, starting that car out front. Alongside of him, old Vincent Short right there, as well as Paul Dillon also inside the top 5. Mr. Dan there representing Canada Land, going to start 4th. Ken Worley in 5th. Then the Bandit, going to be Mr. Bandit Bob starting 6th tonight. Tim Lewis and Gary back there. Tom Atlas back there, as well as Chandler Rourke. 11th is AJ, and Mr. Butch going to be 12th on the starting lineup here in round number 2 here tonight. So there we go. And, we got a couple more back here that's electing not to start, which is going to be very interesting to see how that goes for those guys. But, yeah, I think it's going to be a heck of a run here tonight, man. I think we're going to have a heck of a race. Hey, and, round 1 went well. I think round 2 is going to do just the same.
Yeah, the biggest thing, like we had talked about, the biggest thing is going to be that humidity and that slick track. That's going to chew up tires pretty good. Once these cars, both on the cold side and on the worn side of tires. So at both ends of the spectrum, they're going to be fighting for handling. They're going to be fighting for grip. Hopefully when the tires start to wear off, it'll put a little rubber down on the track, and we'll be able to see them pick some grip up out of there. But, man, it's going to be interesting here until they get stuff going. And they're working their pace lap now. The lights on that pace car off. We're going to be ready to go here in about half a lap.
A little less than half a lap now as we enter 3 and 4. Bob going to take and wave that flag. Old Charlie in the pace car. He's going to get his hot coffee and head to pit road and sit there and watch this race and watch Netflix like he's the Virginia State Patrol. But we are ready to roll here tonight. Lap number 1. Getting ready to come your way. Tom Marshall will bring them down. Tom on the inside. Here we go. Vincent Short on the outside. We're rolling at Homestead. Everybody going to come up through the gears nice and clean, Marcus. Good call by these guys in the window. Look at that outside line already starting to pull ahead here with Vincent Short. Well, I said that and then he went up the hill.
Yeah, he's going to wash up the track a little bit, maybe getting into that first turn on those cold tires a little on the wild side. Looks like your first battle for position is going to be back for that 4th place spot, as now Short is going to take a dive on the inside of your leader.
Whoa.
As we have, Count
No.
Worley loose. Worley loose. He's going to save it, gather it up on the apron.
And he's going to go right to the rear.
He's going to be our first victim of the hot and sticky Homestead Miami racetrack here tonight. Going to have to simmer down a bit as taking a look at the 91 now.
That's Mr. Marshall out front.
Yeah.
And Mr. Marshall and Mr. Paul right there. And I think that's a little bit of lap traffic right there with them as well. Back here.
Yeah, that's gonna that's the 015 a Short.
Oh, Short gonna grab the pole. It just grab the lead. It just updated.
Updated. Okay. Yep. All right.
SDK gonna be delayed here for a moment. Sometimes SDK.
I was gonna say I thought he started on the outside there when we went green, but I didn't see anything happen to him, and that would have been a big upset.
Yeah, I was kind of confused. I was right there with you. I was trying to figure out exactly what it was trying to say, but everything's all good now. And just like that, we're 4 laps in. Everything calming down up front. It's a single file conga line around this racetrack. As that's the 79. Mr. Dan gonna jump to the bottom, try to make up some ground at least on the inside line here. Does a good job getting down there. I think it's a little bit hard to get that car to rotate down there tonight.
Yeah, it might be, and as these cars get loose and as those tires are still basically like running on ice, you're going to see guys taking it upstairs into the attic, running high and wide. That's where they're going to find most of the grip. You can see the 2nd and 3rd place cars there are Marshall and Dylan. Those guys are opting to take it upstairs to the attic, and they're going to leave the middle lane open there to Krogstad. And Short is going to opt for the bottom, so we're already starting to see a couple different lines come into play here.
Yep, go up to the attic. Leave the attic door open as you come through as well, and that's what they're doing right now. And right here, you see the 79 dive it down into the bottom, but I think that's just chewing those tires away. He gets a good entry, but the exit not so good. He got free there. He's almost on the painted portion of the racetrack down the front straightaway.
Yeah, I bet he won't do that again. that one was probably took some of the cushion off of that race seat he's got in there. But
2x2, I think that's what Chandler and the 8 gonna jump to the bottom, or that's Lewis jumping to the bottom. Not enough. I just don't think that inside line works well, Marcus.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, in order for it to come in, there has to be guys that run down there to put some rubber down. That's the only way that bottom line is going to come in. I remember old school Darlington, you used to run, 3 and 4? You'd run that way out by the wall because that was the only place that grip would ever develop into there. Whoa. And now it looks like we see 3 wide for 6th. I think it's going to be the 6th spot back there with Lewis, the Bandit Man, and the 88.
There we go.
They got it all sorted out.
They got it sorted out for a moment. It was looking like a Walmart parking lot there for just a second, but they straightened it back out. Taking a look, Short. Now, here's something interesting. Shorts went to the bottom here, Marcus.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if, I kind of wonder if they're still searching for grip. He was running up on that high side, but it seemed like once he got some clean air, he opted to go for the bottom as a 91 and Marshall's working in that 3rd spot on the high side still. But the 113 of Dylan there in 2nd, I think he was the car that was running the middle, unless that was Krogstad. But both of those now, the 113 and the 91, opting still for that high line. I wonder if clean air is helping the aerodynamics a bit and they're able to run the bottom.
I think so, but I think there's a lot more to it than that. Take a look at these last few lap times here. Take a look at how it's bouncing back and forth between the two of them. Take a look at that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on the 91 of Marshall, see what lane he takes around here, and if he's gonna. It looks like on the high side, he's just under a second slower than Dylan is.
So that tells me that bottom lane, to your prediction, is indeed starting to come forward here. And maybe you were right. Maybe it just took a couple of guys committing and going down there, getting it rubbered in a little bit. Now they can get down there and run. Because we saw it at the very beginning. It wasn't worth a darn.
Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Now that's a 19. The Bandit Man, he's trying to make the inside work down on the inside of the 10. He's going to make it stick, maybe, possibly. He's still too wide down the backstretch.
They'll stay too wide for 4. Let's see if the Bandit can shove it off into 4 nice and deep. Let's see. Almost, not quite. Now, if he comes up, he should be clear.
Slide job, slide job, slide job.
There you go, and he does. Perfect little slide job.
Look at that.
Now,
so the bottom line's starting to come into play here. Definitely guys finding some speed.
Meanwhile,
and,
go ahead.
I was going to say second and fourth is starting to double up. We're seeing a battle for that.
Mr. Marshall there up top, he's like, you talk about this inside line. Let me show you what I got up in the attic still. He'll draw even. Man, I just think it's where your car wants to be, buddy.
And it's probably a little bit of driver preference too. There's a lot of drivers in the sim world and in the real world that just prefer one car down on the apron there. We've seen him flash across the camera. That's going to be the 113 of Dylan. He got loose off of 2, had to chase it all the way down to the flats.
Yeah,
as I was saying, I think it's driver preference too. It's wherever the car feels happy to you as a driver is where you're going to run.
I tell you what, Dylan just about went to see the porta potties in the infield.
Yo,
he was so close to being in trouble. It was unreal.
That car was turning so hard left off of 2. You ever see those tether RC cars that run like 300 mile an hour with a stake in the ground?
Yep.
That's what he looked like coming off of 2. That thing did not want to go straight down the backstretch to save its own tires.
It was like, nope, I'm going to go left. Taking a look here. Tom's still taking over second, and he is committed to that outside lane right now.
Yeah, as I said, there's a little bit of banking here, so I don't know if that's attributing to any straightaway speed or not, but it's certainly looking like it as we see lap times now comparing between Short and Marshall, and out of the last 5 laps, Marshall has had him on that high side, so he's going to be catching him as Marshall's having to defend that second spot from the 88 of Walker now as he was looking inside.
So now it's 4 out of 5 that Marshall was quicker.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. But if we go back one more spot, taking a look here between Marshall and Walker, it's a little bit different tell of the tape here. They're almost dead even. They're all but dead even right now. That's what, less than 1/10 of a second out of the last 4 or 5 laps.
Right.
Man, these are some tight lap times we're turning here as we're approaching lap 20 here tonight. So we're already about 20 laps in. We'll start that fuel and tire discussion here very, very, very pronto. It's not going to be much longer.
Yeah, I wonder if Walker is going to catch Short here running that high side before we see any of that. He has got a full head of steam, and he is coming like a freight train on that high side. He's about ready to send him a joke. What's the joke, Matt?
Knock, knock, I'm here.
Knock, knock, knock. Look who's here. I got a joke for you.
He's trying to make it work here as he goes in. Let's see if he can knock the door here. Look how hard he sent it in off the throttle. You see the fire fly out the side of the race car. Gets her to rotate down the back straightaway.
Man, and the likes of Dale Earnhardt Jr., he is high, wide, and handsome. Is he going to stick to that high side? He is. as he shoves the 015 of Short down into the corner. Short's going to have to make a move here if he expects to defend against the 88 Valvoline machine, because that's just, whew.
That's insane. Like Superman Jonathan Davenport to the wall here, making it work in turns 1 and 2. 1 and 2 seems to be the spot that Walker gets the biggest run to the back bumper of Short.
Yeah, it does. And then down the backstretch, he's having to check up a bit as Short kind of leaves the door open for him now. As they're coming around to take lap 20.
Oh, knock, knock.
Will we see a lead change?
Knock,
it's
knock.
a drag race. And
He got him.
Walker's there.
Walker to the race lead now. He'll close the door. So now that's interesting. We've seen the line go to the bottom. We've seen it go to the top, and back to the top, back to the bottom. Man, it is very interesting seeing these cars run here at Homestead tonight.
Yeah, and I love seeing guys run the high side. I mean, that Dale Jr. has always been my real life favorite driver, and he kind of perfected the high side line. I mean, that, you know, I've heard Darrell Waltrip call it the Dale Jr. line. When you can sling a car high, wide, and handsome, buddy, that's it. That's something.
Walker continuing to lead. Tom Marshall back there as well. Dan Paul. The Bandit starting to get spread out. Tim Lewis as well. This is so much fun to watch these guys figure it out here tonight, where they want to go. And to your point from earlier, it's all driver preference. And we get the joy of sitting there watching it as we're 2 by 2. That's the 15 of Allen and Chandler back here as well in the 10. He'll go up about a half a lane, quarter lane. Now, third of the lane, he'll try the top. Not working so well for him.
Yeah, you really have to keep that car wound up.
Yellow on the racetrack.
Oh, I seen somebody down there on the inside. I didn't catch who it was.
I don't know if we got it on camera here, but let's see if we can get it to at least show. Oh, he's around him one.
Oh, the 28 goes around.
And that'll call for the first Beef Jerky Unlimited yellow flag here tonight. So you know what that means. At 23 in, everybody's going to pit road, right?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if I don't see everybody down pit road. They got a good feel for just how slick this track is now, and I bet you they're going to be pulling down to make some adjustments.
Yeah, I'm assuming everybody, right, will take that left-hand turn. That's what, a 23-lap run here. Another 23-lap run would get us roughly shy of lap 50 here tonight. Trucker math. So, you know, we'll be close.
Yeah.
Close to lap 50. So if you get to 50, that puts you, what, a 40-lap run to the end?
Yeah.
I mean, people close.
No, if I can take a minute here.
Yeah.
Now, as we're seeing these cars go down pit road, I know NASCAR has always been an American thing. We've always had, you know, Fords, Chevy, Dodges, you know, Mercury's back in the day, you know, whatnot. But I'm looking at that number 91 car, that DeWalt sponsored Supra. That thing looks good.
That looks
I gotta give it to Toyota. They did a good job with that stock car on the Supra platform, man. I really like that.
That Yoda looks pretty sweet, don't it?
It looks good, yeah.
I'm not gonna complain.
All right, back to our regularly scheduled broadcast now.
Exactly. Let's see who gets off pit road, the 015. And look at that, the Yoda going to pick up a spot. Conveniently enough.
Yeah.
Almost like we planned it that way.
Almost.
You know what else we planned? To get over 60 different flavors of beef jerky over at beefjerkyunlimited.com. Go get yours today. Beautiful flavors like mesquite barbecue. You got honey teriyaki. You've got the nitromethane, which is supposedly really hot, but really good. And I'm going to try that next, and we'll find out. Just so many flavors for you to go check out, and you can check that out right now at beefjerkyunlimited.com. And I can attest, I ordered mine less than 5 days. It was at my front door. So hey, in a snowstorm. As Uncle Si would say, not so bad, hey.
Now, now that's not saying much if they're only 20 minutes up the road.
Well, it's saying much when it's from Michigan to Virginia.
Well, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah.
We need context sometimes.
Yeah. Context. It's out of Michigan and it came to Virginia. So I'll give them their props there. And it's really good jerky. And my fiance stole like 2 bags of it.
Michigan to Virginia in less than 5 days. I mean, I could make that about a day and a half.
Yeah, well, you're in a truck, okay? Mister, I can drive 11 hours, or what is it now, 12 hours?
It's 11, yeah,
11 in a day, there you go. So again, head over to beefjerky.com, or beefjerkyunlimited.com today and get yours. With that being said, lights off on the pace car, and just like I planned it this way, we should be getting ready to come back to pit road, or come back to green.
And it's going to be the 015 with who has been all business here. He gets a good jump on the 91. They're going to stay door to door back through third now as they sort it out for the first and second spots. Down into turn 1, short with the big jump, the 91 electing the high side. That's where he has found grip. Now a battle for fourth. The 8 of Lewis working on the inside of the 88.
Right there, taking a look. That's 113 all the way to the bottom. There's the DeWalt machine. There's the Bandit machine. Nice job. There's the Bandit going to work through. And we got another caution. Oh, rats.
That one looks like it might be. Is that the front stretch? I think that's on the front stretch.
Yeah, we're going to go find it. We're going to go find the issue.
Somebody decided they were going to get loose off of 4.
Let's see if we can see it, because it is not showing anything. SDK, you letting me down, fool. I don't see a thing, but apparently there was a thing, and that thing brought the yellow out. Because I don't... Was it Johnny again? No.
Oh, the 015 got a pretty big jump. Did he hit that Geico restart box the right way?
Possibly. But what yellow flag number 2 is going to do for us, we're going to head over.
Chance to talk about some beef jerky unlimited.
but yes, also it gives us a chance to haul Bud over, do a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this lovely beef jerky and continue racing here at Homestead. You're watching the Beef Jerky Unlimited Saturday Night Fun Series right here with the Gray Fox Racing League, right here on your home for Gray Fox Extreme Sim TV. We'll be back after this short commercial interruption.
Masker can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second spot, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom. Richard's going to hold.
And we're back here as Marcus over there doing his research on Jerky. back here ready to go to green. I don't, we're going to try to buy Marcus over here. Me and you just need to buy a pallet of it. That's all.
Yeah, we'll get a pallet of it. That's right.
Vincent Short out front. I could buy a pallet. I'm not going to see any of it because Beyonce's going to take it all. Coming to green.
They got a whole bunch of good flavors on. All right, yeah, but
Marshall out front. Still in there as well. We're in Jerky land tonight. Let's go. Walker right there in the mix. We got a couple which having a little bit of connection issue, but nevertheless, we're back to green.
Yeah, another big jump by that 015. He's got that restarts absolutely sealed, and he's got him locked down now. Big run by the 113 on the bottom. He's going to be inside down the backstretch. That inside line, he found magic powder down there. Put a special set of tires on for that one. The 015 is now going to be under fire on the high side from the 91 and at the DeWalt machine. That's Marshall. He had the 015 there, Mr. Short. He had the jump, and something happened, and he didn't have it no more because he is under fire from just about everybody back here in the top 10 now. That car, something went away on that car there. It's not doing good at all.
Yeah, it's not doing good things at the moment. He's got the 8 all over the back bumper now up top.
Oh, the 8 hold on.
Gather
Good
it up.
Save.
Good
Lewis
job.
with a nice save.
I'll give that a 6 out of 10.
It wasn't no Kyle Busch, but it was a Kurt Busch for sure.
Exactly. Lewis slides back. Walker out front. Paul Dillon continuing to lead. Paul boot scooting and boogieing. Paul has got a gap and a half over Marshall here, man. He is gone. Paul is in the next zip code already.
Yeah, he got around short there for the lead down on the bottom, and that inside line's starting to rubber up now.
Meanwhile, Bandit hanging on, but right behind him to still line, Mr. Walker.
Oh, the Bandit!
Oh, Bandit!
He's going to send it down below the line off of turn 2. Almost took out that pit exit cone.
That was a little loose there, man, though.
These things are, whew.
These things are a handful.
They are. And I called it at the beginning of the race, hot and sticky, man. These things are going to be a handful.
I think it's hot and slick, if anything else.
Well, yeah.
They're losing it. Well, they're starting to get sticky here. It's cooling down. Hopefully it'll get a little bit sticky for them.
I don't think it's cooling down quick enough, though. I mean, we're right here, coming to take
35.
lap 35, and that's only 10 short of halfway. And
the 44.
The 44 lose. That's Bricker.
Man,
he's running in the 10th spot. He might have company there from the 10 runk now.
Man, these cars are moving around so much you would think they sprayed gun lube on the racetrack. What'd they do? Spray a whole can of CLP on the racetrack?
I don't know if it's CLP or if it's grease from might be grease from that jerky they're carrying around.
Now that's some good. That's good. That's a good plug. Good job. 36 on the board. Oh man, Tom Marshall.
This is fun to watch.
Yes, it is. Take a look at the bottom side. Walker trying to walk his way. Not close enough to walk by. I had a good one for him, but he didn't get by. Dang on it. Short a little bit too far back.
I don't know if I'd count that battle over there, as he's clearly on the inside now.
Now he's going to walk his way by. See what I did there?
I do.
37 on the board. Nice and clear. Tom back behind him. The DeWalt Yoda trying to run him back down. Not going to be enough right now.
I really think that bottom line is starting to come in real nice now. They got 37 laps on the track. There should be plenty of rubber down there. And that's where you're seeing these guys run on the high side and they're not having what they had before.
Not having any sort of issues here right now on the bottom. To your point earlier, they were slipping and sliding around the bottom like crazy.
Yeah. It just took a couple laps to put some rubber down on the track.
Again, after the night, we got 10 more weeks on Saturday with these guys. So we got 10 more races after the night at Homestead. Homestead proving to be, to me, a very significant, very good race. I'm impressed, honestly, quite frankly.
I've always liked Homestead as a track.
Yeah, I
Like
did
said,
as well.
it's wide enough to pick up a couple different lines, as we've seen. We've seen middle lines, low lines, high lines. You know, when everything's slick and the car's a little on the loose side and the tires are acting like they're fading away, you know, the high line's where you want to be. And then once it starts to come in, it starts to rubber up. As soon as guys start running down low and putting rubber down there, then, you know, that's another option for a way to make it around this mile and a half here at Homestead. But I just like the track, you know, and it's wide. It reminds me of Michigan without the big sweeping arc.
Yeah, without the banking.
Of a front stretch, you know. Yeah, and without the banking. Yep.
Take a look, Bandit Bob back there trying to make a move. Bandit Bob trying to bob his way through. Bob and weave as he jumps back in the line.
He's trying. That's a loud paint scheme on that car, too.
Worley right there at his back bumper-ish, trying to move forward also. So these guys all the way through, in my opinion, dude, they do a great job.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty stellar field that they have here. And I mean, we've seen a couple cars get loose where other guys would have just completely annihilated their stuff. I mean, we've seen cars hang out on the track. We've seen cars cross onto the apron, across the hard transfer, and guys just ain't losing. There's a lot of wheelmen here, and they're doing a good job tonight for sure.
Yeah, they are. They are keeping it in check right now. And it is, I tell you what, I am so thrilled to have this league on Extreme Sim TV all year. Not just this season. Walker up top, trying to make a run at the front of the field here, trying to move forward. Nice.
Boy, he's gonna be all up on the bumper of the 113 at Dillon there.
Yeah,
now I can say it. He says, knock, knock, I got a joke for you. High side, high and proud, not going to have it that time by. He's going to pull up and give it another whirl through 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's going to have to really put it to use there. Get up on the boards and roll, right? You just get up there and you roll. Yeah, don't even.
Yeah, you can see that low line is just too much in the corners now. That high line is going away, but it is giving him the run down the straight stretch.
Yeah.
You know what I think he needs in that 88 Valvoline machine? You know what I think he needs?
What does he need?
I think he needs a bag of nitromethane beef jerky from Beef Jerky Unlimited.
I would agree with that statement, sir. He definitely needs that as he rolls to the back bumper. Conveniently enough, as you say that, he closes the gap down just a little bit. Oh, nice plug, my guy.
Maybe it's just the thing. Maybe it's just the thought of some of that. Yeah, we could see there. He was faster than him. Well, he's been running them down, but that last lap seemed to
kind of go the opposite direction.
To have something for him, yeah.
Yeah, the other one too.
Yeah, he's starting to fall off now. I kind of wonder if he didn't chew all of his stuff up with how hot it is out there. The tires going away now, and kind of used it all up. But we're working halfway. Lap 45 of 90 is in the books.
Well, you take a look at that delta and see how it's kind of went back and forth. Now it's starting to creep back up again. Not by much, but it is creeping. Now, a little mistake off of 4 there. Going to let him get back in there. Take a look right there. 7/10 of a second, the gap. Look at that, all over him.
And how about Walker starting in the 13th position, up 11 spots now to be running in to be chasing down your leader, Mr. Paul Dillon.
Yeah, Paul doing a great job. Can Paul hold him off, though? That is going to be a very tough challenge with Walker all over him right now.
Well, he is just committed to that high side. He's looking for everything he can get. And again, I think it's driver preference. You know, he feels comfortable running up there. He might not want to go down low yet. And if he does want to go down low, we've seen his lap time start to fall off a bit, or the intervals start to open up a bit. You know, tenths, hundredths of a second, all of that you feel in the car. So, you know, he might want to go down there, but the car might not let him. And as I say it, here he is. He says, if the high side ain't going to work, I'm going to try the low side.
And he's going to say, knock, knock, I'm here, because he's going to be alongside.
He puts a fender on him.
Oh, can he get clear? He's got to send it. We've seen this same move earlier.
Yes, we did.
Clear.
Got
clear.
Him. Kind of makes you wonder why he wasn't down there beforehand.
Yes, sir. It makes you wonder a ton to why he wasn't down there beforehand.
Again, I'm seeing that move there. I'm almost positive that was driver preference. He was probably a little bit worried about going down there, and just had to get a couple laps underneath him there to get the confidence and go ahead and sling her in there the way he needed to. As we see him elect now the high side once again, I think he's comfortable running high.
I think he has to be comfortable up there. He has to. He has to really get that car to roll up to the high side. Oh, boy, this is going to be difficult. And we're coming down to 40 to go tonight. This race ticking by in a hurry.
Yeah, and it is not leaving anything out of the racing groove. We've talked about we've just about talked about it all. Different racing grooves. We touched on tires. We touched on track temperature. We've touched on side-by-side racing. I mean, the only thing we're missing is bump drafting and pack racing, which you're not going to see here. So,
yeah, I mean, if we start bump drafting at Homestead, then I got some questions. I mean, I'm not going to say these guys can't pull it off.
Yeah.
And look at what Derek said. Derek Worley said, of course, I show up for the first time, and of course, Dad tries to lose it on the first lap. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's how that goes, ain't it? Speaking of your dad, where is your dad? Right there's your dad. He's still rolling. Old Worley right there, just hanging tight.
Yeah. He's sitting comfortably in 7th spot. Not a whole lot of company, not a whole lot of business.
Not a whole lot of problems.
Yep. He's doing all right.
He's just hanging out, taking his time, not losing the race car like he did on lap 1.
Yeah, but he caught it, though. You know,
I mean, he called it. He called it. That's a positive. Meanwhile, Walker walking his way away from Dillon there just a little bit. That gap is continuing to close or open up just a little bit here. We're at lap 52, so we made it past that 50 lap mark that we talked about as far as pit stops go. So it'll be interesting to see when everybody begins their process of hitting pit road again. But everybody pretty well spread apart now, Marcus. The gap's pretty well even, all except for 9th, 8th, and 9th here. We got a little bit of battle on the right. Oh, what happened to Walker? What happened to Walker? As I break away, Walker, well, he's back to the lead again. False information. Oh, good job, Matt. Good job. Good job, false information, Matt. Working our way through. Nice job as we hang tight. 54 on the board. This time by.
54 on the board. Walker still working that high side. We've seen the low side come in, but that high side's working out for him now as he's opening up 3/4 of a second over Dillon in that 113 machine. That's going to be just under 2.
What is that?
Just over 2 seconds back to the 015 a short.
So
And then another 2 seconds back to the 8 of Lewis.
The Yoda is starting to close back in on Lewis as we speak about Lewis. So that would be for fourth if we can get through him. He's starting to close back in that yellow and black wrecking machine.
He's opting for that high line too, I see.
And doing a great job of it, actually.
Yeah.
I'm impressed, my man. I'm impressed with what we're seeing. You know, week 1 was great. Week 2 is great. What is week 3 at Iowa going to bring?
Oh, short track tempers might flare. No, I don't think so. Iowa is a decent track. I really like Iowa. There's another league. There's another league next week that's also running Iowa, so we'll have a couple back.
And we got a yellow. Yeah. We got a beef jerky yellow flag.
Who do we have?
And it's still not giving. Oh, that would be a problem.
Whoa.
That would be a big issue. That would be a knock. Wreck. Oh, more contact, more spinneronis. They straightened it out, but Bob the flagman, a little bit trigger happy. Well, under yellow yet again. You know what this gives us time to do?
Talk about beef jerky.
Thank you to our best sponsor, or our sponsor here, Beef Jerky Unlimited, and all they do. And again, head over to beefjerkyunlimited.com here today and get yours. So again, Beef Jerky Unlimited yellow flag, folks. Right here at Homestead, we'll come to pit road. We'll get 4 fresh tires. When we get the restart here, we're going to be less than 30 to go here, Mr. Marquez.
That's going to put us inside. This might be the last round of pit stops that we see for these guys.
You know, based on that last run, I would agree with your assessment, Fleur. I think you're right on the money.
Last round of pit stops.
There everybody goes right now. Oh, little in the wait in the box there for the 015 of Short. Short got a little long in the box. Yeah. Oh, crap. Short, long in the box. Funny. Right.
The 88's going to be, the 88 and the 8 both beat the 113 off of pit road.
Everybody's like, Matt, keep your day job. You're not a comedian. All right. Nice job. So 58 complete here tonight. That will put us to about 30 to go. There we have it. Well, Marcus, it's going to be a 30-lap run. What are you expecting to see out of these last 30?
You know, they've had time to get familiar with the track. We've seen the cars have been on the loose side all night. I think we're going to see them do exactly what they have done here since the drop of the green flag. It's going to be giving it a couple laps to let those tires wear in, let tires warm up, get to where they need to be. We'll see it spread out, and I think we're going to have a pretty clear winner here. I'm not exactly sure who it's going to be yet, but we're going to have a clear winner. So
I agree.
It's going to be fun to watch.
I agree with that. I think that's going to be one of the big things here tonight. Somebody's going to have a big W here leaving Homestead. But with that being said, we're about to heat things up in Florida once again.
Pace cars takes them down the backstretch.
One more time. Will it be a 40-lap run to the end? Quite possibly, if I know this league.
Yeah, they're really good at keeping the cars clean and keeping the yellows out of Bob's hand up there in the flag stand. So it's going to be the 88 of Walker, the 8 of Lewis, 113 of Dillon, the 91 of Marshall in that DeWalt-sponsored Supra I like so much, and the 015 is Short for your top 5. The Bandit Man restarting 6th into the Geico restart box. The 88 drops the hammer. Good jump.
60 on the board. Nice
as
job.
he is going to slide up into that high side that he is so familiar with, and maybe makes a liar out of me this time. It's going to be the 113 up on the high side with the 8 elect in the middle line.
61 on the board this time by. They'll go double file behind them. Vincent short right there. Short hanging on. Here comes the Bandit to the outside. Bandit man with a run. He gone.
He's going to, yeah. I was just going to say he's making it work on the outside there. Doing a nice job kind of following in the tire tracks of that 91 car, maybe. Yeah, I thought I seen somebody get off the wall. They were coming off.
I thought I did too, but so far so good. They kept it green at least.
Yeah, these guys are really good at keeping it green too. It seems like they have a whole lot of respect for each other on the track. They give a lot of room. They don't seem to crowd anybody, or each other. Other than one caution for actual contact, there the 15 car was involved in that last one, but you know, it seems like they're a really good group of guys.
Yes, sir. Older crowd here, and they really respect one another, take their racing seriously. That's what I love about it. They don't put up with shenanigans and bull, and it just makes for some great racing here. As we're coming close to the 20 to go marker, Tom, Mr. Tim, Tim, right there knows the tail. Tom and Tim, that's a good combination on the top. The 19 right there, the Bandit as well.
Yeah, the Bandit's giving those guys a run for their money on the low side. He has been about the only one I think I have not seen test the waters out there on the high side.
He just elected not to do it.
Yeah.
Now, I do have a question. I got a burning question. It's called hold the phone. Yellow's out.
Yellow's out. Hold the question.
Hold the question, everybody. We'll get back to my previous statement in a moment. It's the same car that had a problem earlier, and he blinked out earlier. What happened here? Well, he says he went off track, but it's not showing him off track. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Daytona 24 is messing with servers just a scotch.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of bandwidth being pulled for those. So
yeah, it is. But 66 on the board under yellow. We'll step away for one more commercial break. When we come back, we'll be ready to go to the end here. Marcus and Matt in the booth with Extreme Sim TV. Marky and Matt.
Masker can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
as they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is...
All right, welcome back to the Beef Jerky Unlimited Saturday Night Fun Series here with Marcus and Matt in the booth. Marcus, ready to go for what will be a 23-lap run with old Beef Jerky Unlimited Fun Saturday Night Series, man.
Yeah, this has been a blast. I almost wish there was more laps we could sit here and watch these guys, because it is fun. But 24 to go.
20.
That's less than a quarter.
That's less than a cup of coffee. Getting it DoorDash to you.
Yeah, a lot less.
This is how Matt gets murked. Folks, it's been a great run. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's help.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah,
Pace car is going to lead them off into 3.
yes, they are ready to go to green here.
Walker is going to have that top spot again. He's going to have control of the field as they come off a 4, looking for anywhere in that Geico restart box. The 113 to his outside. The 8 of Lewis, Bandit, Marshall, and Short. We're going to round out your first 3 rows. The 88's on the loud pedal, and it's Walker with the charge.
Yes, sir. There we go. Green flag back in the air. Again, Walker trying to go for 2 here to open up the season. That would be huge after the win 1 week ago in Texas.
The 88 looking to double down. The 8, the 113, and the 19. That's Lewis, Dillon, and Bandit. All running them down, saying we ain't going to let them have it. If we have anything to say about it, and the 91's in the wall.
Oh, one car sideways. That was, Day in there got sideways. Oh, 3 wide. This ain't going to be good. Oh.
3 wide. That's going to be Short, bows out of it. Smart call on his part. Oh, now he's loose off the high side.
Oh, he got free. A couple more free. The 11 going to shoot back to the bottom. Jeremy, nice job. 22 to go.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
Paul Dillon right there as well. Take a look, 2x2. On the brakes hard, my guy. Man, these guys are absolute. Oh, the 8 going to get dicey.
The 8's going to grab the apron. That's going to send him up right in front of the 91. Gathers it up, keeps it nice and clean. That apron will reach out and bite you, especially when the track's as hot as it is and it's as slick as it is out there.
Yes, sir. Now, yeah, it is slick out there. Look behind them, 2x2 as well. Couple of cars back. Oh, boy, we got racing all over the... Oh, whoa, Dan.
Is going to be loose. That's Krogstad. He's going to save it.
That's a 10.
Wow.
That's a 10. That's a 10. You know what? You know what that deserves? Let's go back here. That deserves... Well, I can't do the instant jump thing, but check this out, folks. Check this out. This deserved a replay. Check this one out.
That car was stuck. Who was that?
That was old Day in there.
Wow.
Look at that.
Who was that? Carl Edwards got tagged at, was it Atlanta? He got tagged at going into 1. It was quite a few years ago. And he slid that car all the way through 1 and 2, all the way halfway down the backstretch. That car was sideways. That car was so far out of line. Oh, man.
The only words I could get out of my mouth was Dan.
That was a really, really nice job saving that car.
Look at the Bandit looking at a podium finish here tonight.
He's been working his way up from that starting position. We've seen them slowly but surely just creeping on, keeping on, creeping on. Whatever. Walker is walking out front.
Yeah, yes. He is walking his way right out the front door.
Dylan Dunn found second place.
Uh-huh. And we got another problem.
Another yellow on the track as the
Becker and Dan. Oh, Dan, what happened, buddy? Oh no. Oh, Dan couldn't save that one.
Oh, that's a hard lick there.
Ooh, and then for insult to injury, he gets collected 2 times in a row. Let's see if here we can switch this replay over. Let's see. Let's go blimp here. This will be a good camera for this. Let's go in super slow motion. Brought to you by Beef Jerky Unlimited. And let's see. Beef Jerky Unlimited slow-mo here down the back straightaway.
I almost think the 44 had that car saved, but the 79 was looking at washing up, just running his line. And I don't want to cast blame, but I mean it's obviously a racing incident. You got 2 cars trying to occupy the same piece of real estate. One of them's all out of a line. That being the 44. The 79 was just running his line, and as he washed up, the 44 ran out of room to save it, and that collected both of them. That's a shame.
That is a shame. Now, we do have a little bit of split pit strategy here. So, Walker, Short, Wesley, Dan, Bandit, all these guys on pit road. However, Paul Dillon, along with Tom, Chandler, Gary, Johnny, Tom, Butch, they all stay out here. So with 13 to go, how much will tire strategy matter here?
I don't know if I like that strategy at all.
I don't know.
I mean, they're slick. They're slick when they're new. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have what? About 15 laps on their tires since they last pitted, 15 or 20, somewhere around there. So these tires are already worn in. We know those tires, the worn tires, the ones that are already heated up, we know they're slick. So you're kind of choosing the lesser of two evils. Do you want new and slick, or do you want old and slick? New and slick, you know, is eventually going to come into what you're comfortable with running. Is that going to be at the 13 lap or 14 lap mark when you need it to be?
And are we going to go green all the way?
And are we going to go green all the way? That's tire temps will fluctuate. You know, the more caution laps they run, the longer them tires are going to sit there and cool off. You know, I mean, we look at Raglan in fourth, his last pit stop. What is that one? 12?
12 laps ago. 12
laps ago. Yeah.
19
look at your leader,
for your leader.
Yep.
And then if you
Marshall was also in 19 ago.
Well, if you go deeper in the field, that's where the fresh tires are. So we know that the brand new tires start right there around Short. As you can see, that little blue mark, right, starting to grow.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting. Oh boy. This is going to be fun. Here we go. Bob the flagman has the flag in hand. 13 to go in Homestead for round 2. Let's go.
The inside line got checked up there as the 113 held him up a bit. That's Dylan. He's going to have company all over the outside, up in the attic at 91, and Marshall's going to elect to take that route.
Worley trying to hang on. Don't look now. Here comes Worley, the bandit back here. Remember, it was Walker leading. All these guys, though, they're back here in the pack. They got a ton of traffic to get around here.
Yeah, it's good. It is the first time today those guys are seeing this much traffic. So the field basically inverted with with the split pit strategy there. And I mean, we still see the 91 up front. He's had clean air. The 113's had clean air a bit, but from second on down through probably eighth or so, all those guys, it's their first time seeing air this clean today. So,
well, take a look here. Fresh tires into the top 5. Bandit, the first one with fresh tires. Take a look. Here it comes, yep. Bandit with 10 to go. Did this move just win Bandit this race? Look at him. He's eating into lap times here.
11 to go. Is he going to have the room that he needs? A second and a half off of your, or a second and a 10th off of your leader now. Down into 3 and 4. This time by, it's going to be 10 to go with 11 with yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean to say.
10, 11, trucker mass, something.
Marcus.exe needs a reboot now.
Take a look. .exe. Here comes the Bandit.exe. Oh, whoa. They're stacking up.
They're stacking up because they ran into those slow cars. The Bandit almost got into the back of the 7, and the 91 of Marshall was up on the outside. That left the Bandit nowhere to go, and they just started piling in behind them. They got it all sorted out now.
Take a look at the tires here. All these tires inside the top 5. 4th on back.
Oh, that is a good-looking field with fresh tires.
3 wide. Watch out.
The 7 of Raglan right now has a whole field of angry Hornets all over him. You could put those pack of cars right there, throw a blanket over him. The 88 touches the 91. That's going to move him up the track, give him a little bit of breathing room.
And here comes 8 to go, and take a look. The Bandit up to 2nd now. Man, Paul, you better run away and hide.
I would like to redact my previous statement of there's going to be a clear winner and the field's going to get spread out. They made for a nice showing here at the end.
Look at the man that got free on lap 1, Jamie, they're all over it. Oh my God, and Worley too. Oh boy. We have got 3 cars. We're about to have them under a teepee, folks. Oh boy. Oh, man.
Hey, remember what I said about bump drafting? You just had the 88 all over the back bumper trading paint of the 19 coming down that backstretch. There was bump drafting happening. I've seen it. Think it won't happen again? Here, take a look at this shot. The 88 wearing out the bumper of the 19. Wasn't quite as close that time as he was there the last time. And then the Bandit has caught your leader, and in tow he brings the Valvoline machine of Walker with him.
Yep, I tell you what, Paul gonna have to make that car 20 lanes wide like he's on I-40 right now if he's gonna have any shot of holding these two off. Not enough. 2x2 for 2nd now, folks. Here comes Walker, here comes the Bandit.
And I'll tell you what, that's exactly what Dylan wants to see in his mirror. These guys running side by side, because that is going to definitely hinder their forward progression as they're looking for any contact. Now it's the Valvoline machine. The 88 of Walker goes down low, kind of shoved down there. But they're looking for any way to get around this 113. The Bandit close!
Walker hard in the wall. Last week's winner. Car destroyed.
Oh. Wow.
Caution with 5 to go.
Are you kidding me?
Walker.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, no. Well, let's take a look. Holy crap. And look at Worley. Oh, my goodness. Worley snuck on through. You know what that means?
Man,
that's a bummer for Walker.
That was such a hard lick on that inside wall.
He had the toe too, so he's going to go laps down.
I was just saying they were looking for any way possible around that 113 to sort it out for themselves. And man,
Derek, if you're watching, your dad is now in second, and he has fresh tires, and he's behind old tires with Dylan. I don't want to get your hopes up, but you might want to keep your eye peeled. Oh my Lanta. Oh boy. I'm gonna get in this bag here. Get me another piece of mesquite barbecue beef jerky by Beef Jerky Unlimited. Put the flavorful thing in my mouth and get ready for a 3 to go restart.
Hey, you know what's nice about that beef jerky you have there?
What's nice about that?
Crafted with care in the beautiful state of Michigan. It's made with USDA certified beef. It's a testament to the company's commitment to superior taste. They have perfected their exclusive jerky recipe, ensuring that each bite is bursting with irresistible flavor that will tantalize your taste buds, just as you had mentioned. It is so tasty.
There we go. Mic drop.
Mic drop. I don't know about all that.
All right, here we go. Green, white, checkered. Let's get ready to do it.
Are we gonna put in our picks here for who we think has a shot?
I'm gonna go with Dylan. He's gonna hold off Worley.
Are you?
Yep. I'm gonna be the contrarian on this.
Oh, are you? I'm looking at that guy who was out front a while ago. Right now, sitting in that 4th spot for the restart.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Homestead Miami Speedway. Homestead, Florida. Round number 2. And it comes down to what should be a 3-lap shootout. Not much more than that. Oh boy. I tell you what, Paul's got to get a good restart here and get going. Old tires on Paul. 2 to go. And here we go.
There's the big jump. There we go.
He's going to have to cover it, though. Here we go into 1. Here comes Worley. Worley backs off here.
Dylan slammed the door on him is what happened.
Bandit trying to find a way through. That's going to help Dylan get a little bit of a jump here. Coming down. Again, green, white, checkered rules in effect. If we see the white flag, that's the race. Oh boy, Worley trying to wind it up top. Coming to 1 to go. The Beef Jerky Unlimited, 1 to go in Homestead. Here we go. Down into 1 and 2. Man, Worley's got to put it high, wide, and handsome, get the momentum. He's closing the gap. We're going to have a Homestead showdown, boys and girls. Oh, Paul, Bandit out of shape.
Bandit looks like he's out of shape. Is he going to gather it up? Down the backstretch, it's going to be all Worley, all over the back bumper of Dylan.
Coming to 3 and 4.
That big run.
Can he cross it up? He got free.
Oh, it's loose.
And Dylan going to hold on to win. Worley second, short third. Holy crap.
That was exciting.
That was absolutely insane. Paul going to come through with the big old checkered flag in his hand here in round number 2 tonight.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, man, what a show.
That was awesome.
Dylan hangs on. We're going to get ready to do post race. And unfortunately, Marcus can't hear post race, so we're going to have to do a little bit of finagling here. So, Marcus, don't go anywhere because I'll bring you back in here in a second. So, I'll be right back, my man. All right, we got Marcus here. 10-4. Oh, my golly, good moogly. Hey, Paul, you got a copy, buddy? All right, hold on. Let me make sure everybody can hear you there, good sir. All righty. Are you kidding me? You held on to it.
Them old tires, you know, you get that low line, you get the left front on that white line, you're getting a little extra grip. So they were sending it hard, trying to get around the outside. It just wasn't working.
They tried it. I think the yellow flag also helped you out there a little bit.
You know, I had Bandit and Jamie on that first one. I think they would have taken me. So, yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you by getting that flag because those two got the race and they took each other out. And I just had to hold on for 2 laps, man.
Well, man, you held on to it. Congratulations, my man.
Well, thank you. Let's get some sponsors out of the way.
Let's do it.
The BVD Tidy Whitey crew. If you go to my crew, we're in our underwear.
Tidy Whiteys. Tidy Whiteys.
Beef jerkies. Yeah, get you some beef jerky. I have a petition out at the moment trying to get beef jerky off of being a snack food to being part of a meal. So please sign up.
I got you. I got your back.
Otherwise, great race, man. Great fun race with a bunch of old guys just beating and banging.
Now, come on. Beef jerky is regular food, homie. You can eat it at like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, 9 in the morning. Doesn't really matter.
I'm eating it as I'm driving. It's, you know, I'm a slob, so it's getting all over the floor. The floor is hot. My car smells like a steak right now.
I'm kind of mad at my dog at the moment. He snuck like 2 pieces while I was broadcasting, trying to eat it. I dropped 2 pieces, and he decided to sneak it.
You
All
can
right.
share it with the dog. It's dog friendly too.
Yep, exactly. Well, congratulations. You're going to take home week number 2, sir.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
All right. Ken, you get a copy, man?
I gotcha.
Well, see, your night was interesting. You just about lost it in turn 1. And before we go any further, I want to read you a comment. Derek said, and I quote, "I show up for the first time, and of course Dad tries to lose it on lap 1. And then you recover to finish second."
Yeah, I got a little tap that first time. Now the second time, that was all me.
Well, you ended up P2. You tried to send it in on Dylan, but you ran out of time and space.
Yeah, I was definitely my own worst enemy tonight. Shoot, then the third time I had another chance to get back up there, and I sped in the pit. So yeah, it was an interesting night for me, and yeah, I was just happy with second.
Yes, sir, my man. Well, P2 is going to be where you end up. Good start to your season here, P2 tonight. You move forward to Iowa next week.
All right, that's another one I like. Well, I just want to get a shout out to Beef Jerky Unlimited, Gray Fox Racing, and of course all of our service members, past, present, and future. And of course, thanks to you for broadcasting this out for everybody to see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, man, it was a great night. I enjoyed it. That was fun. Good job, P2 tonight, my man.
Yeah, thank you so much, and congrats to Paul. That was a great race by him.
Yes, sir. All righty. Well, Vincent, you got a copy on me, buddy? Oh, he's not back yet. Okay, so impromptu while we wait on Vince to get back. Hey, Bandit, you got your ears on?
Yeah, I got you, man.
You and our old friend Walker over there had a little bit of a issue happen there.
Yeah, my Beef Jerky Unlimited Bandit Motorsports Chevrolet got a little excited there towards the end. Got a little heavy on the foot and took old Jamie out. Boy, it sucked for him. I was able to get back in there, but it's too late for me. But definitely it was too late for him.
Well, okay, we're gonna make it a little bit more exciting. Here's what happened, folks. He was reaching in the bag for some of this wonderful beef jerky, unlimited jerky, and got on the throttle a little bit, couldn't catch it. It's just so good that you can't not eat it while you're driving. That's what happened, right, Bandit?
Well, that was right about that time. I was thinking about some of that mesquite barbecue that you was talking about.
Let me tell you
So we're
something.
chomping on in the race, and I'm sitting over here with my Pepsi.
Let me tell you something. I think it got here. When did it get here? Yesterday. I'm on my second bag of it, Bandit. In 24 hours.
Disconnected from your channel.
I can't stop eating it.
You might as well go place you another order now.
Yep, we're going to need a lot of bags to get us through the season, homie. Well, man, Bandit, as always, dude, it was fun to watch you go after it, buddy.
Yeah, I gave him a little bit of a show tonight anyway. I'd like to thank all my guys for coming, and of course, Beef Jerky Unlimited. Thank you over there at Extreme Sim TV. Thanks for the broadcast. I'll be sure to check it out here in just a few minutes. Hope everybody else does.
Yes, sir, man. I got a long night ahead of me. I got to get back to Daytona here in a little bit, get back in the car and run through the night.
Oh, you got another stint, huh?
Yeah, I've got a long stint. I've got about 1 to 4, I think it is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's what, 2 pits?
Yeah, about 2 pit stops. But
Nice.
you know what gets me through that long stint, right?
Beef jerky?
Yes, a big bag
Unlimited.
of beef jerky unlimited.
Yep.
I'm getting better at this plugs thing. I'm getting there. Oh, well, good job, man. Vince, you back yet, buddy?
You got a copy?
I got you, good sir. Well, look at you, P3.
Yeah, I stumble onto things every once in a while.
Well, you made a little bit of stumble early in the race on the pit road. You went a little bit deep in your box.
Yeah, at least I did it on that move there. It didn't cost me a whole lot there. I just did the timing of the pits and pit stops and stuff is what killed me, because long run, I thought I had something for him on the long runs, but with these periodic yellows, it was just killing me because these guys are stronger on the short runs.
Yes, sir, man. Well, it was, you recovered from it nicely, sir.
Yeah, I'll take a third. I just won here, was it last week in the trucks in my other league? I'm usually pretty strong here, so I'll take it.
Yeah, nice job, Vince. What, second or third race with us?
Yes, sir.
Yep,
Yes,
that's
sir.
pretty tight, buddy.
Man, he's picking it up and laying it down, right?
Yeah, with these guys for sure.
All righty, guys. Well, thank you guys for the interviews. I'm going to get ready to jump back over to Discord with my co-host here and bring this thing to a close.
All right, man.
I'll send some thank yous out real quick.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to thank Beef Jerky Unlimited, Gray Fox Racing League. These guys are a blast. I've only had 2 races with them. I'm already having a blast already. My main sponsor, Track Bar Motorsports, Extreme Sim Racing for broadcasting it. You did a great job tonight. I'm looking forward to watching it later. My other sponsor, Track Limits Racing Network, my home broadcaster, and my wife, Nikki, who's always supports me in this. And thanks to the guys in the league.
Alrighty. Before I go back, I normally do this at the end of the show, but since y'all won't hear me until, after this, because I got to go with him, what we got to say here at Gray Fox: don't be a squirrel, be a fox. There we go.
Amen.
All right. Well, thank you, guys. I'm going to head back over to the Discord and see what my co-host had to think on tonight.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yep.
Sound muted.
All right, let's go back over here to Discord, yeah? Unmute myself over here. You got a copy of it, Marcus?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, what is your thoughts on what was an epic night of racing?
It was just as we thought it was going to be. It was hot, it was slick, and took a little bit for that bottom groove to come in, but once it did, it opened up another lane of racing, and it was interesting. It was everything that Homestead was expected to be and supposed to be.
Yeah, I would agree. Let's take a look here, if it'll allow us to do so. At not our warm-up results, the wrong results. Let's go to our race results, SDK. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Okay, race results here tonight. taking a look there with Paul, getting it done. Ken there to second. Vincent Short in third. Gary Ragley right there as well. Dan, the man, going to be in fifth tonight. Tom Marshall, Tim Lewis, Chandler, Tom Atlas, Butch, Jay Bricker, and Mr. Johnny. The Bandit comes home 13th after his incident with Walker. AJ and Mr. Alton there as well. Going to be your final car here tonight. Well, Marcus, what is your final thoughts, sir?
I enjoyed it. As always, it has been my pleasure and an honor to sit in the booth with you.
All righty. Again, one final time, big shout out to Beef Jerky Unlimited for everything they do. Because truly, without them, we couldn't make the wheels go around here at Gray Fox and get all this done. Again, go over to beefjerkyunlimited.com today for all your beef jerky needs. Until then, we'll see you next week in Iowa. And it's been Matt and Marcus in the booth all night with you here tonight. And we'll see you next week in Iowa.